Hey, I just want to tell you guys my own journey to spirituality, which makes it so different because I have been on this journey for like 17 months and I found my higher purpose within 12 months. And the thing is, I almost forgot that that was something we should be doing because there was never a clear path. So, way long ago, when you're first born and you're trying to figure out what you want to do, no one ever introduces the idea of a higher calling. However, when you start working in the real world after I got a degree, you start realizing that this isn't for me. And then you start thinking, well, what is my job? I see all these other people being so successful. Why not me? So everything really starts with a why not me? I want it too, right? And so that's when I really started doing what I need to make money. I need to earn a living. And everything I'm doing is making money, but it's not fulfilling or it's too hard or it's more than you want and it just doesn't feel right. And other people have so much success and you're always just sitting there wondering like why. And so that wonder of why they seem to have it and I don't is why I started thinking more about okay, higher calling and purpose and what your gifts are. That wasn't too deep and that was about 10 years ago. When I started just asking that question, but I still didn't take any action on it. When I started this business. So I have a real estate investing business. I did real estate investing. I built passive income from that, and then I started coaching people and empowering people to do their own real estate investing. My thought at the time was that people aren't happy if I can teach them how to have financial security in a way that's affordable to them. They will be happy, and then their families will be happy, and then literally at the end of the day, the whole world will be happy, like America. So that's literally my goal. And that just comes from a background. I've never been greedy. I grew up poor or like lower income, but like I didn't care because I had love, right? And so I just really learned fundamentally that it's not about money. And I know even when I didn't have much, when I do have a lot, I'm the same person. And I'm like, we need to get people that financial security so there's no need to steal, there's no need to damage relationships over money. And it was just a real sincere effort to show as many people. Well, 5 years later, that business has sustained me and my family. Me empowering other people on how to have financial stability was something. And my business was big, and people loved what I was doing, and everyone was saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I've changed lives. And at that time, about a year and a half ago, I just went, I should be doing so much better than I am. I'm literally changing people's lives. People leave me transformed. They're lightened. Their whole mindset shifts. They're stepping into a new realm that I stepped into that they didn't know existed because they're now property owners and profitable property owners and they can afford it and they're getting financial freedom and they didn't think they could have it. And I was introduced to it by a coach I was working with, and she was very into much into spirituality, so she'd bring all these energy healers. And I've been very up until this point very action. I'm an engineer, I'm very left brain. I'm like, this is what you do to make money. I found out later that I have really good business instincts and that's my zone of genius. Actually, I found that out. But um, yeah, so she started introducing these people of energy, conscious workers. And they're like, everything's energy. So let's talk about that. And they started just doing meditations about, well, not meditations, just like, let me feel into this energy, let me intuit, let me divine, let me meditate on it and give you an answer. And, a year and a half ago, that just started the journey of going to go, being introduced to those people, working with them one on one. Them getting to a point where it no longer served me, either they got too expensive because they were growing while I was with them, or and FYI, my gift is also for people to figure out how to make money because everyone I work with always end up charging way more after me. So you want me to be your client. So and then I'd go on to the next and they would give me some information and I'd go, well, what is that? What do you mean my soul type is warrior? What is that? She's like, I don't know, it's just warrior. It just came to me. And then I'd go look up soul types. Oh, what do you mean my divine truth? What are the other divine gifts that I was giving? And I'd go and look them up. So they wouldn't tell me too much about it. I don't know if that's just, I still to this day don't know if that's because they didn't know or it just came to them, but they didn't know there was like a concise metric and stats of like what it is and you could assess these. But I just went off and searched it myself and read the books. Oprah was a big influence. She started me with always doing the power of intention. And it was through working 101 and taking courses. I will say the benefit I have that other people don't have is because I was so action oriented. I was in that masculine energy, that real, like, you got to get this done. Like, the idea of affirmations, the idea of energy, the idea of intentions was nowhere in my life. I was like, no, you do it through your work. That is a beautiful thing, although it's not the whole thing. That is a beautiful thing because I knew I could do it. And so by the time I started looking at spirituality, I actually had money to pay for these healers because they're $350 an hour. Now, 10 years ago, I couldn't afford that. 20 years ago, I definitely couldn't have. So the best ones do cost money because they spent time working on their craft. So I was in a blessed place because of all the work I did to be able to afford it. So that's why I think there's some people who've been on this path for 20 years and I got to my calling first, but that's because I really I had the money, right? I have no money mindset issues. We'll be going into that later. I was in a manifestation course and we were supposed to write a what's like any doubts and fears about money, and I'm writing it and I had none and it turned into a love letter and I was just like, "Girl, I love you, buddy. You're always there. I want more of you. You want more of me." Like, I have none of that. And so, making money is a positive thing for me. I have no hangups, no mental hangups. I'm not shy about asking you for money. I'm not, it's, if I have a product, I believe in a product, I know I can ask for it, right? I have no issues about money. I don't think only rich people are evil. If I had money, I'll be great. You'll love me with money. I'm giving back to the community, right? Like, because I don't need that, right? I'm not a greedy person. So the money was an instrument, a tool, a positive, I used positively to work with a lot more spiritual healers. So I got really deep. I was doing 1 to 2 times a week consultations. And the thing is, I did it with different healers. I did it with this girl who's good at this. I did it with this woman, this psychic, this medium. And what I got to at the end of this was, okay, she's better at this than this. She's better at this. And so I got a list of, like, I finally found it for all the things that were important. I finally found the ultimate sources. And when I finally got to channeler, she channels the angels. Yes, the angels are real. Jesus is real. They're all real. All the Indian goddesses are real. They're all real. All of them. When she started channeling them, and she said what my higher purpose was, because I had did the work to know what my gifts were, my soul type were, and my arrow of weakness, my life path, my arrows of strength were, using all the resources from numerology, astrology, divination, right, with the Akashic Records reading. Because I was so blessed to be with the right people, when I heard my higher calling and saw all of my gifts, it just completely made sense. I have the gifts to accomplish my goal. In another video, I'm going to go into what my big goal is, but I'm going to keep these all short, just per subject. Uh, in general, I have a big goal. So when I tell you this goal on the next page, you're going to look at me like, did you just say? Yes, my task. But then I didn't shrink from it. Whereas my husband has a goal that is much smaller and he's happy with that. Because not everyone needs a big task. Your unique gifts, your unique soul type is uniquely set up so that when you hear your higher calling, it's a yes. It's 100% yes. You see the gifts, you see that, you see you've always, if hopefully you've been doing it, and if not, we're going to get you in alignment. So at the base minimum, you're doing it. And then, boom, my higher calling's what? Makes sense. So that's basically what I did. In my next video, I'm really going to go into what these items were that I found out through all of the work, all of the money I spent that were the most important. And I'm going to lay those out exactly and what way to do them, why you want to do them, and how you can find your higher calling too. It is not that hard, just like in real estate investing. It was, I had my ups and downs, but relatively easy to do it, accomplish it, and teach it. This is another one of my gifts to be able to figure this out, do it, accomplish it, teach it. And if you know me from my real estate investing, go look at the videos. You know I'm legit, okay? Like, this is legit. I am living a blessed life, but my duty is to tell other people how to live in that blessing. Absolute duty. If I stop teaching you right now, life constricts, money constricts, everything constricts. Because God will beat you down until you do what you're supposed to do, or the universe, or source, or God's a God, whatever you want to call it, because it's all the same thing. Um, it'll beat you down. It's beating you down. Like when you're getting fired after fired after fired. Then I found out my divine gift is literally telling me I I am a business owner, right? I got fired all those times, and life is just telling you what you already know. It's just like we don't know it, and if you knew it, you would just know automatically. You shouldn't have even been trying to go that route. I could have built a business at 15 and would have been successful. I could have done it at 25 and been successful. I did it later on, but as long as I did it, like life continues to consistently provide for me. You need to understand that what your gifts are. So if nothing else, just listen to your gifts, listen to your soul types, listen to your life path, listen to your arrow of weakness, what I'm going to do. And there's more to it, but those are just the main ones that'll get you started understanding this is for real. And with absolute clarity, see yourself differently and understand everything about it. You start there, guarantee you it'll make sense. And once you know the rules, it's easy to apply them. And later on in the video, I'll go into manifestation. It's so easy for me to manifest when I'm in my power. What I'm doing and I'm doing my life purpose, the world opens up to you. Okay? So that's it for today. That's sort of the brief journey of how I got to more spirituality. I just thought I should be bigger for the impact I'm having. And the answer absolutely was you should be. And it took me in this roundabout way to understand this is a path for you to be bigger, but you really have to acknowledge, honor, indulge your soul gifts, your soul type, and your life purpose, and understand what you're here to work on. And I got to tell you in the next video, your titles all fall away when you just become a soul with a purpose. All right, thank you.